Alright, and Eve is nervous.
Oh,
That's kind of funny.
that's kind of cute.
Okay. So, start the game. Oh, that's nice. Myrrah is saying it's an honor to even play with Eve.
That's so cute.
That is great.
I hope that Eve does really well. And I'd love to see her be in the next big female tournament that will be offline. If there ever is another.
There definitely will be.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep. Alright, guys, we are going to be in a great event because this is going to be our next game watching Myrrah. It is our second game and our first best of 3 of the Iron Lady Cup sponsored by Legion. So big thanks to them. We're going to be spawning directly on top of Myrrah, the green Zerg on the right, going up against none other than SlayersEve. We will be having SlayersEve competing in our first real online foreign tournament. This is going to be great. She is the pink Terran player on the left. I'm sure everybody is curious about how she'll be doing. If you guys want her to win, you want Myrrah to win, go to xanderfever.tv/vote. Go ahead and show who you think will be winning because this is going to be a game that is monumental.
Yeah, and based on the color choice, my vote goes on SlayersEve.
Yeah, I mean, you guys do not know that is live in pink, so she's got that partial
Bias towards pink choosing players.
yes. So right now it does seem that Eve is the favorite of the people.
Her mining is fantastic, guys. I love the way she's sending recipes to mine. Okay, so the game has begun. She's not doing anything crazy. She's starting off really normal with the barrack, not doing like a super quick expansion of Doom. I have actually seen that happen, so...
A super quick expansion of Doom?
Yeah, that's when you don't... That's when you like rush to expand.
So you do like a 15cc?
Yeah.
That is...
I've seen it done.
Yeah, it's actually can be really good on maps like Daybreak. Daybreak is actually a surprisingly good 15cc map. Sometimes people do metagame it actually and go for a 6 pool and the legs to try and get in there, but it's very rare, and generally bunkers can be out in time, but early pools can be a little bit of an issue over there. Myrrah is choosing to go for the 15 hatch, which is much more standard than a 6 pool.
Yeah, I agree with that. And apparently it's 14cc. I should not look at the chat. I just glimpsed over there for a sec. And here you go, like, very standard opening by Myrrah. I like that, it's really solid. It prevents like any kind of super early Terran aggression like 2 racks or anything like that. Yep. She wanted to make sure that she would not die early, I guess.
Oh, that drone actually almost made it out because of the fact that the supplies are down. So we do see that Eve's going to be going for the perfectly standard, normal reactor to Hellion expansion, but interestingly enough, oh, she did actually choose to cancel. I was about to say she's getting a 3rd Marine now, which is odd, but she'll be throwing down that reactor right now. The Hellions will be able to be produced soon. The double Marines are out, but if you look on the field, there's no bunker in place. So just going to go ahead and be a little bit aggressive, probably just take the watchtower and come back, but no real commitment there, unless the SVs have to put down a bunker?
Well, I like that she's at least using the Marines a little for now. Like, I like that she's being active with them. I would not be happy with her if she just let them sit in the base. That's just boring.
Yes.
And yeah, really standard by SlayersEve. She's doing the reactor expand, you were right. That's actually what I do in TVZ too. It's just like it's the safest build, pretty much.
And the great thing about the way Eve's going about it is she's going for the command center before the 2 Hellions. It's a small little thing to note, but it's just as effective. It accomplishes the same goals, and you get out a faster command center, which is in no ways bad.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree with that choice. And she's probably after that gonna switch into a standard play, which would consist of Marines and siege tanks, and she already has her tech lab ready. She's researching STIM right now, which I like. Because of course you want Stim, but that's what do you think of that choice though? Because I've seen other Terrans player go for combat shield first against Zerg.
It shows a little bit of an intention to be aggressive. When you've got that stim, it gives you a lot of chances to just be incredibly aggressive, and you see that Eve's going for a Marauder tech, so you can kind of get the stim to be beneficial towards those Marauders, much more so than the combat shield for obvious reasons. But it means that we're probably going to see a big attack with Hellions and Marauders, which is really, really dangerous for Zergs to deal with. Right now, we see that these Hellions are being used to their utmost effectiveness, as they're just running around roasting a lot of things, even hurting the automaton. Oh.
Oh no, poor automaton. At least he lived. He lived through this one. But will he live throughout the game?
Yeah, if we have a big Hellion Marauder push, it's kind of doubtful.
Poor automaton. If only he knew he should get out. But yeah, I like how Eve is opening up. Now she's transitioning in actually more barracks, so she's not gonna go into like a standard mode. She's gonna be really aggressive apparently.
Yep. See, the Hellion production is now up to 6. This is a rather dangerous amount for any amount of links. You see how Myrrah's not even able to mine from a natural at all. Eve's being seriously aggressive right now with all of these Hellions. I mean, Myrrah is basically a one-basing Zerg right now with the macro hatch, and that is not how you want to be. Notice all these lanes that have been forced to be produced, and the drone count is only at 29.
Well, I agree with SlayersEve's choice. I think it's a very good choice, especially on this map, since the natural is so wide open. It's really hard for Zerg to stop the Hellions.
Yeah. The big thing that's hurting Myrrah is the fact that Myrrah wasn't able to spread the creep to the front, so this one spot could actually be in a good spot to defend the thing. We see a lot of roasting going on now, and with these Hellions involved, they're going to be running around the top side, and there's no other spines. Myrrah's trying to just skimp out on the spine crawlers and use the mobile units to try and defend this, but the Hellion count is increasing. We can see that SlayersEve has not lost a single unit at all.
That is actually really sick.
Yeah, just look at this kill unit count. It is completely pink.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at the APM. We can see that Eve is like is faster than Myrrah right now. She's at 93 against 76. But that doesn't really mean anything, but I don't know, just throwing it out there, take it or leave it.
Yeah, we just saw a Queen get roasted by Hellions. We see that Myrrah's actually chosen to go for Banelings. If they can connect, they're great against the Hellions, but
that is true.
That's the big it's if they can connect.
Right now, they could. Go ahead.
Oh, the Hellions are just being controlled really well, so it's kind of doubtful that the splash is not going to hit all those Banes.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They could just very well just get roasted and all die, which is like a huge waste.
So Eve is playing incredibly aggressively right now, and it's really paying off. Myrrah, though, is doing a great job of still droning up. She hasn't going pure ling or something to try and deal with this. It's she's actually doing a good job being ahead in the order count. These Hellions are continuing to be aggressive. The Banelings, though, they actually managed to kill a unit. So finally, we see some Hellions have gone down for Eve.
Yay! I bet Myrrah feels better already.
Oh, but how's that going to be when all these Marauders and Marines and a few SCVs actually make their way up to the front?
That's what I was about to say. I'm not even sure if Myrrah saw it. I think she actually got her Overlord killed before she saw the Marauders. She just saw Marines. And now the Marines are moving forward. Myrrah doesn't even have the watchtower, so she has no idea that so many Marauders are incoming. There's actually quite a bit. This is gonna be so powerful. The spines are gonna be useless. But the Zerglings did a 6 around on the Hellions. Oh my god.
Oh, that was,
see that?
That was big. And so now the Spire is halfway done at the moment.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Myrrah just shut down the Marauder Hellion push by killing all the Hellions. So now we have Marauders against a good count of Lings, and that's not so great for the Marauders.
Yeah, and also Eve is now making a third. Well, she started it while pushing, so I understand the logic. But now it's gonna be so hard. I don't think she's gonna be able to move her third to the third base, actually. And this is gonna be quite hard for her to survive this. She has only few Marines compared to the Marauder count. Yeah. That push did not work out at all. I'm so impressed by like that surround. Actually, I'm more sad that she let it happen, because Myrrah just had to like surround. and SlayersEve was probably just not paying attention, from what I would think.
Yeah, the thing is, though, there's still no third for Myrrah. Right now, she's just barely been able to start her hatchery at 13 minutes into the game. That is really, really late for the Zerg.
Oh, and did you see? SlayersEve is packing up, taking 2 medevacs. She's gonna do like a sick drop apparently. Probably gonna go for the main. I like how she's going around. She's gonna try to check up if there's any, like, I don't know, whatever she can pick off. Or like a secret hidden base or anything. But she's like going around being really safe with her drop. Now she's gonna do a double drop, which should actually do a lot of damage. She might even be able to take out the key tech structure like the Mutalisk.
Yes.
Like the Spire.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great because the Myrrah's doing such a good job there. We see how Eve is actually in a nice spot. We're gonna see the Myrrah's taking so much damage as they get healed. The link count's not gonna be enough to defend this, not by a long shot, but the Banes are gonna come in and a nice lift off. And now we're gonna see Myrrah getting dropped down. That's a really nice move. The Banes are hold position so they don't get wasted, but they're getting pretty much wasted right now.
Yeah, it's like even worse. Actually, they just didn't do any damage. But now, for some reason, she's not paying attention there. She's not dropping off anything. Some drones are getting pulled off to kill the one single undying Marauder healed by the double medevac. And now finally she's getting aggressive. She's probably gonna pick up the Baneling nest, which is pretty important actually.
Yep, and now we're gonna see the Mutalisk are gonna be enough to should be enough to clean this up, as we do see that Eve is very Marauder heavy and they cannot shoot up. But this is being a really, really nice little bit of aggression. I'm surprised that this is doing so much damage. I mean, just take a look at the mineral count of Myrrah. We're at 4,000 minerals.
Oh wow.
Both these players are nervous. I mean, Eve said that at the beginning of the game, and now we're seeing Myrrah getting her third base at 13 minutes, sitting at 4K minerals right now. It is quite clear that this is a little bit of a nerve-wracking situation for both of these players.
Yeah, well, what I can give to Eve right now is that she's taking it slow, she's positioning her tanks well, she's gonna try to get aggressive on the third, I like that. But she has to be careful, because the Mutalisk could pick off the tanks if she's not, she doesn't pay attention to them.
Yeah, but the third that's only just now being used has just been taken out. So you are going to see those Brewlings and everything getting shut down. And the third base for Eve has actually been up and running for a while. Actually, not as much as I would have thought. Hatchet still hasn't enough mines at the least. Now we're going to watch as the scan is forward, and there's a big stand. There's a lot of Marauders in this mix, and Spawn Cars are not going to be lasting for too long. GG gets called, so game 1 will be going to SlayersEve. Good showing there. We're going to go on to game number 2 next.